Alright, folks, here we at it again, helping my wife out with her little YouTube page. So, she wanted some brisket this weekend, and she wanted to make a video of what I do. Nothing fancy, what I do here. Basically today, just going to use a little simple rub, salt, pepper. That's all it is, nothing special. I trimmed some of the fat off. I didn't trim it all off because this is going to be the bottom, so I'm going to use some of the fat that's left. Protect it from the heat. Gonna use some olive oil as a binder because I want my rub to stick. So just gonna put a little on my hand and pat it like, oh, too much. But well, not too much. Just rub it on here, get it in all the places. Like I said, I want my rub to stick. So get it in there, massage it good. Use your hand or whatever, you know, out of gloves, so I gotta go buy a new glove, but I've washed my hands several times. For those of you who are out there probably like, oh my god, he's using his hands. So I'm gonna go rinse my hands off. Well, actually no, I'm not. I'm just gonna finish. I ordered this offline. It's one of the guys I like watching his YouTube videos. His name is Malcolm Reed, and his site on YouTube is titled How to Barbecue Right. Going to recommend you subscribe to it. He's got a lot of different recipes. I've tried quite a few of them now. They're pretty good. So his rub, if you don't want to buy a rub, you know, you can put whatever rub you want on there. Basic Texas style brisket is basically kosher salt, black pepper, and onion powder. Or like I said, you can use any rub you want. How to make it taste however you know, like whatever you want. So, I'm going to grab a paper towel right quick. I'm right-handed, so, you know, I can get this better with my right hand here. So, I'm just going to sprinkle this on here. Not too heavy. You know, just keep that on here like this. Spin it around. So this rub is going to give it a good bark or crust once it starts cooking. So, you know, you can go heavy, light, it's up to you. So, alright. Now I'm going to take it and flip it over. Well, I'm going to pat it in a little bit here. So, because like I said, I want my rub to stick. Again, that's what that olive oil was for, to use it as a binder. What I've noticed too is when I use the olive oil on it, it gives the brisket a good smoke ring. So those of you who never tried it, think about it. You don't have to. It's just something I like to do. You want to use some cooking spray, that's again totally up to you. Alright, I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do the same thing. Put a little olive oil on it. I trim the fat off this side too. Not too much because again, I want to use some of that to protect the meat from the heat. Alright. And after I get this rub on it, I'm just going to put it in the refrigerator. I'll probably put it on the smoker tomorrow. Unless my baby want to eat brisket today. It's probably about a 9-pound flat. So it'll probably take me about 11 hours. So I'm going to smoke it at about 250. Use some, I think I'll use some cherry wood today. I'm out of mesquite. Mesquite's kind of a strong wood, but you know, I like it. It makes, you know, gives a good flavor. It's good for brisket. My friends down there in Texas, they've got post oak. I've never used that, but I've heard it's a good one to use for brisket as well. So, but I'm just going to use what I have. Use some cherry, or maybe some hickory. Probably cherry though. Again, just put this rub on it. Just going to give it that good crust, like I said. one of my buddies from Texas, Carl Kurth, he gave me some ideas as far as injecting. And I'll inject it tomorrow. When I'm gonna bring it out of the refrigerator, bring it up to room temp, inject it. Carl, he recommended that I used a pack of au jus gravy and some other stuff. I'm not gonna tell all his secrets because he shared it with me, so I'm not gonna tell. I got you, Carl, just in case you see this. And that's it. Like I said, I kept it simple. Just some Texas brisket rub, salt, pepper, garlic powder. So we'll get that on the smoker tomorrow. Like I said, smoke it about 250, about 11 hours maybe, nice and slow. And tomorrow I will come back and let you all see the results. Peace out. All right, folks, I'm back. I'm going to inject my brisket now with the beef broth that I made up. What you want to do is stick it in here a couple times. Try to make a little pocket. And I'll put about, I don't know, maybe 3 ounces of broth in here. Don't worry about it if it come out, no big thing. Just try to make them little holes, little pocket inside. Oops. You'll see it pump up when you inject it. You'll see how the meat pumps up. Got my new barbecue toy injector. Haven't used it yet, but I will. These little needles here you get from the Tony Chacheran's garlic butter. You know, like when you're doing the turkey or chicken or something like that, you inject. You can keep these needles. You know, everything can be washed, so don't worry about that. You just wash it, take the needle out, run some water through it, pump some water, soapy water, dish water through it. So as you see, it's pumped up a little bit, where you don't have to worry. Like I said, where it's got your rub off, just sprinkle some more rub back on there if you want to. It's no big thing. It's not gonna hurt nothing. Doing that to help keep it moist, a little juicy. You'll see in the end product where that's helped, where you've injected it. You know, I'm gonna do one more. So yeah, looks like I've used a couple of ounces here injecting it. I keep the broth pre-made. I can't remember the name of the beef broth the beef base that I use to make my broth with. It's a little bit cheaper and easier than going to buying a can of broth every time. I'm gonna stick it on the side too. So yeah, that's it, folks. Then I'm gonna touch it back up with my rub. When that came off, when I injected it, just touch it back up. Again, like I said, it ain't no big thing. Ain't nothing to it. Just hit those spots right there. And that's it. Go out here and light my fire. Those of you who grill, I don't know. I don't like using lighter fluid. I recommend you all use some kind of little cubes or fire starters, whatever. Chimney if you got it, with some newspaper or some cubes or fire starter. I just use the Weber cubes and put it on some charcoal up on top of it and use that to get my fire started. So I'm gonna go out here and do that now. This has been sitting out now for about 30 minutes. By the time the fire's ready, it should be up to room temp a little bit. And again, about 8-9 hours, I'll let y'all see the finished result. All right, folks. Told y'all to finish this up. Got my grill up, got my smoker up to about 240, 250-ish. I don't have my probe, so I can't get an actual temp. The thermometers gauge it normally come with them aren't very accurate, but you can pretty much figure it out. I've been playing with this now for a couple weeks, so I know how to get my vents adjusted. About to pop this on. Get my fire good and hot. And set it. And the way you set it is the way it's gonna cook. I threw a piece of hickory wood in there. Well, a couple of chunks actually. Out of mesquite. Nobody on post had it. I called around on post to some folks I know always smoking some meat. They didn't have any hickory, so mesquite rather. And hickory's gonna be all right though. So I'm gonna let it go for about 4 or 5 hours. Check the temp. Hopefully it'll hit about 155, 160. I'll wrap it up. Then I'll throw it back on the smoker and let it finish. And again, I will keep you all posted on what it's looking like. Hopefully it tastes good. Haven't had any complaints yet. Getting a little bit better with the brisket and got my pull. Pretty good pull to it when I get it done. So practice makes perfect, right?
Right.
All right, folks. About 5 hours. I'll give you all another look. Peace out. It's almost time to wrap it. All right, folks, get ready to slice it up. We've already cheated and cut some.